Unconditional change is the purest form of transformation, one that demands total commitment without the constraints of conditions, expectations, or fears. When we speak of unconditional change, we are referring to a profound shift that goes beyond the surface level, a shift that touches the very core of who we are. This type of change is not merely about altering our behaviors or adjusting to new circumstances. It is about fundamentally rethinking how we approach life. To understand unconditional change, we must first recognize the limitations of conditional change. Conditional change occurs when we decide to transform based on specific circumstances or when we set parameters around what we are willing to do. It's like saying, I will change if this happens, or I will only change as long as it doesn't require too much from me. This type of change is inherently limited because it is bound by our fears, our comfort zones, and our need for control. It's a change that is negotiated and compromised rather than fully embraced. Unconditional change, on the other hand, requires us to step beyond these self-imposed limitations. It is about opening ourselves up to the possibility of transformation without placing any restrictions on what that change might entail. It involves a deep internal commitment to growth, regardless of the challenges or uncertainties that may arise. This is the kind of change that asks us to be vulnerable, to let go of our defenses, and to trust in the process of transformation. At its core, unconditional change is about aligning ourselves with the natural flow of life. Life is inherently dynamic and ever-changing, and when we resist this flow, we create tension and suffering within ourselves. By embracing change unconditionally, we are choosing to move with life rather than against it. This doesn't mean that the process will be easy or free from discomfort. In fact, unconditional change often brings us face to face with our deepest fears and insecurities. But it is precisely through confronting these challenges that we grow and evolve. One of the most powerful aspects of unconditional change is that it leads to a deeper understanding of who we are. When we remove the conditions that limit our transformation, we discover aspects of ourselves that we may have never known existed. We begin to see that our true potential is not defined by our past experiences, our current circumstances, or the expectations of others. Instead, it is something that unfolds naturally as we allow ourselves to be transformed by the experiences of life. Unconditional change also requires a level of humility. It asks us to admit that we do not have all the answers, that we cannot predict or control every outcome. This humility is not about diminishing our self-worth. Rather, it is about recognizing that true transformation often occurs in ways that are beyond our comprehension. By letting go of the need to understand or control every aspect of the change process, we open ourselves up to the possibility of something greater than we could have imagined. Furthermore, unconditional change is not a passive process. It demands active participation and a willingness to engage fully with the experiences that life presents to us. It requires courage to face the unknown, to take risks, and to step into new territory. This type of change is not about waiting for the right conditions to appear. It is about creating those conditions through our actions, our mindset, and our commitment to growth. Ultimately, unconditional change is a journey of self-discovery and self-realization. It is about becoming the person we were always meant to be, free from the constraints of fear, doubt, and limitation. When we embrace change unconditionally, we are not just altering our external circumstances. We're transforming our inner world. This inner transformation then radiates outward, influencing every aspect of our lives, from our relationships to our work to our sense of purpose and fulfillment. In this way, understanding the nature of unconditional change is about recognizing its potential to transform not just our lives, but our very essence. It is about embracing the unknown with an open heart and a willing spirit, trusting that the process of change will lead us to where we are truly meant to be. Surrender is a concept often misunderstood in our culture, where strength is commonly equated with control and dominance. However, the true power of surrender lies not in giving up or yielding to external pressures, but in letting go of the internal need to control every aspect of our lives. Surrender, in its deepest sense, is about releasing the grip we have on our expectations, fears, and desires, and allowing life to unfold as it will. This form of surrender is not a sign of weakness, but rather a profound act of strength and trust. When we surrender, we are choosing to trust in a process that is larger than ourselves. We acknowledge that while we may set goals and work towards them, the outcomes are ultimately beyond our control. This doesn't mean that we abandon our efforts or stop striving for what we want. Rather, it means that we are no longer attached to a specific result. We understand that life has its own timing and its own way of bringing things to fruition, and we align ourselves with that flow instead of resisting it. The power of surrender becomes evident when we face situations where our plans don't go as expected. In such moments, our instinct might be to push harder to try and force things to happen according to our will, but this often leads to frustration, disappointment, and exhaustion. By contrast, when we surrender, we step back and allow space for new possibilities to emerge. We open ourselves up to alternatives that we might not have considered, and we become receptive to the guidance that life offers. This receptivity is where true power lies, not in the ability to control, but in the ability to adapt, to be flexible, and to move with the currents of life rather than against them. Surrender is also closely tied to faith. It is an expression of our trust in the inherent wisdom of life, in the idea that there's a greater purpose at work, even when we cannot see it. This faith doesn't have to be religious. It can simply be a deep-seated belief that life is unfolding as it should, that everything happens for a reason, and that in the end, things will work out for our highest good. When we operate from this place of trust, we find that surrendering becomes a source of peace rather than anxiety. We no longer feel the need to constantly worry about the future or dwell on the past because we trust that we are exactly where we need to be. Moreover, surrender allows us to be fully present in the moment. When we are not consumed by the need to control outcomes, we can engage more deeply with the here and now. We begin to appreciate the beauty and richness of life as it is, rather than constantly striving for something different. This presence in the moment is a powerful state of being because it is in the present that we experience life most vividly and authentically. It is in the present that we find true connection, joy, and meaning. Surrender also teaches us humility. It reminds us that we are not the masters of the universe, that there are forces at play that are far beyond our understanding. This recognition humbles us, but it also liberates us. It frees us from the burden of having to control everything and allows us to flow with life's natural rhythm. In this state of surrender, we become more open to learning, to growth, and to the unexpected blessings that come our way. One of the most transformative aspects of surrender is the way it changes our relationship with challenges and obstacles. Instead of viewing difficulties as something to be overcome at all costs, we begin to see them as opportunities for growth and transformation. We understand that challenges are often the catalyst for the most profound changes in our lives. And by surrendering to them, we allow ourselves to be transformed in ways that we could never have imagined. This doesn't mean that we passively accept everything that happens to us. Rather, it means that we approach life's challenges with a mindset of openness and acceptance, trusting that there is something valuable to be gained from every experience. The power of surrender is also evident in the way it fosters deeper connections with others. When we let go of the need to control or dominate in our relationships, we create space for true intimacy and understanding. We become more empathetic, more compassionate, and more willing to listen and support those around us. This deepens our relationships and creates a sense of harmony and cooperation that is often absent when we are driven by the need to control. In essence, the power of surrender lies in its ability to transform our lives from the inside out. It is not about giving up, but about giving into the natural flow of life, trusting that this flow will carry us to where we need to be. It is about finding strength and letting go and discovering that in surrendering, we gain access to a deeper, more authentic power. The power of living in alignment with the truth of who we are and the reality of life as it is. Letting go of control is one of the most challenging yet liberating experiences we can undertake. From a young age, we are often taught that control is synonymous with power, that to be successful in life, we must have a firm grip on our circumstances, our emotions, and our future. This belief is deeply ingrained in our psyche, leading us to approach life with the mindset that the more control we have, the more secure and successful we will be. However, the truth is that this constant need for control can be a source of immense stress, anxiety, and ultimately limitation. When we try to control everything in our lives, we often do so out of fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of vulnerability. Control becomes a way to protect ourselves from the unpredictability of life. Yet this very act of trying to control every aspect of our existence creates a barrier between us and the natural flow of life. It prevents us from fully experiencing the richness and spontaneity that life has to offer. In our quest to control, we close ourselves off from new opportunities, from growth, and from the deeper connections that come from embracing uncertainty. Letting go of control requires a fundamental shift in our mindset. It involves recognizing that control is an illusion, that no matter how much we plan, strategize, or prepare, life will always have its own course. This realization can be both humbling and freeing. When we accept that we are not in control of everything, we allow ourselves to relax into the ebb and flow of life. We begin to understand that true power lies not in our ability to control, but in our ability to adapt, to be flexible, and to respond to life's changes with grace and resilience. The act of letting go of control is closely tied to the concept of trust. It is about trusting that life has a greater plan, that there is a purpose to the events and circumstances that unfold, even if we cannot see it in the moment. This trust does not mean being passive or disengaged. Rather, it means participating in life with the understanding that while we can influence our path, we cannot dictate every step of the journey. It is about finding a balance between effort and surrender, between taking action and allowing things to unfold in their own time. One of the key benefits of letting go of control is the sense of inner peace that it brings. When we're constantly trying to manage and control every detail of our lives, we're in a state of perpetual tension. Our minds are always busy worrying about what might happen, planning for every contingency, and trying to avoid any potential pitfalls. This state of constant vigilance is exhausting, both mentally and physically. By letting go of control, we release this tension. We allow ourselves to breathe, to be present, and to experience life without the heavy burden of needing to control it. This creates a space of calm and clarity within us where we can connect with our true selves and with the present moment. Moreover, letting go of control opens us up to new possibilities. When we are rigidly holding on to how we think things should be, we miss out on the unexpected opportunities that life presents. Letting go allows us to be more open-minded and receptive to different outcomes. It invites us to be curious rather than fearful, to explore new paths that we might not have considered if we were stuck in our need for control. This openness can lead to growth, creativity, and experiences that enrich our lives in ways we could never have predicted. In relationships, the need to control can be particularly damaging. Whether it's trying to control how others behave, what they think, or how they perceive us, this need for control creates a dynamic of tension and distance. It prevents genuine connection and intimacy from forming because it is based on fear and insecurity rather than love and trust. Letting go of control in relationships means allowing others to be who they are, accepting them as they are, and trusting that the relationship will evolve naturally. It means being willing to be vulnerable, to show our true selves without trying to manage how others will respond. This kind of openness and acceptance fosters deeper, more authentic connections with those around us. Letting go of control also involves embracing uncertainty. Life is inherently uncertain, and no amount of control can change that. Trying to control the future is like trying to hold on to water. It slips through our fingers no matter how tightly we grasp it. By letting go of the need to control the future, we free ourselves from the anxiety that comes from trying to predict and manage every outcome. We learn to live with the unknown, to find comfort in the fact that we do not have all the answers, and to trust that whatever comes, we have the strength and resilience to handle it. This process of letting go of control is not something that happens overnight. It is a practice, one that requires patience, self-awareness, and a willingness to confront our fears. It involves continually reminding ourselves that life is a journey, not a destination, and that the beauty of the journey lies in its unpredictability. Each time we let go of a little bit of control, we make room for more freedom, more joy, and more authentic experiences. We begin to see that life, in all its uncertainty and imperfection, is not something to be controlled, but something to be lived fully and deeply. In the end, letting go of control is about trusting in the process of life itself. It is about recognizing that while we may not be able to control every outcome, we can control how we respond to the events and circumstances that life presents. It is about finding peace in the present moment and embracing the journey with an open heart and an open mind. When we let go of control, we do not lose our power. Rather, we find a deeper, more authentic power within ourselves. The power to live in alignment with the truth of who we are and to navigate life's changes with grace, courage, and resilience. Redefining success is a profound and transformative process that goes beyond the conventional understanding of what it means to be successful. In our society, success is often measured by external achievements, wealth, status, power, recognition, and material possessions. These are the markers that are celebrated and pursued, often at the expense of our well-being, relationships, and inner fulfillment. However, true success is not confined to these external benchmarks. It is a much deeper, more personal journey that involves aligning our lives with our values, purpose, and inner sense of meaning. To redefine success, we must first challenge the cultural narratives that have shaped our understanding of it. We live in a world where success is frequently equated with the accumulation of wealth and status, where the pressure to achieve and outdo others is intense. This external focus often leads to a relentless pursuit of goals that may not actually bring us true happiness or fulfillment. We chase after promotions, accolades, and financial gains, believing that these will validate our worth and bring us the contentment we seek. Yet for many, the achievement of these goals can feel hollow, leaving us wondering why. Despite all our successes, we still feel unfulfilled. Redefining success requires a shift from an external to an internal focus. It means moving away from the idea that success is something that can be measured by others, and instead embracing the notion that success is a deeply personal experience, unique to each individual. True success is not about how much we have or how high we've climbed on the social or corporate ladder. It is about how aligned we are with our true selves, how authentically we live our lives, and how deeply we connect with what truly matters to us. When we redefine success, we begin by asking ourselves the hard questions. What do I really value? What brings me genuine joy and fulfillment? What kind of life do I want to lead? And what kind of person do I want to be? These questions prompt us to look within, to reflect on our deepest desires and aspirations, rather than simply following the path laid out by societal expectations. This introspection helps us identify the things that truly matter, such as relationships, personal growth, creativity, contribution to others, and living in harmony with our core values. In this process, we may discover that our previous definition of success was driven by external validation and comparison. We might realize that much of what we pursue was motivated by a desire to prove our worth to others rather than a true expression of our own passions and purpose. Redefining success involves letting go of the need to compare ourselves to others and instead focusing on our own unique journey. It's about understanding that success is not a one-size-fits-all concept, and that what constitutes success for one person may be entirely different for another. An essential aspect of redefining success is recognizing the importance of balance and well-being. In the traditional model of success, there's often an emphasis on sacrificing time, health, and personal relationships in the pursuit of career goals or financial gain. However, true success cannot come at the cost of our well-being. It includes nurturing our physical, emotional, and spiritual health, cultivating meaningful relationships, and finding joy in the present moment. It's about creating a life that is sustainable, where we can thrive in all areas rather than excelling in one area while neglecting others. Moreover, redefining success encourages us to view failure in a different light. In the conventional view, failure is often seen as the opposite of success, something to be avoided at all costs. But when we redefine success, we understand that failure is not a sign of inadequacy, but a natural part of the growth process. It is through our failures that we learn, evolve, and gain the resilience needed to achieve our true potential. Success, therefore, is not about avoiding failure, but about embracing it as a valuable teacher on our journey. Another critical element in redefining success is the concept of contribution. True success is not just about what we achieve for ourselves, but also about how we impact the world around us. It involves asking ourselves how we can use our talents, resources, and opportunities to make a positive difference in the lives of others. Whether it's through our work, our relationships, or our involvement in the community, contributing to something greater than ourselves brings a sense of purpose and fulfillment that goes far beyond material success. It's about leaving a legacy that reflects our values and enriches the lives of others. In this redefined vision of success, there's also a focus on personal growth and lifelong learning. Success is not a destination, but a continuous journey of becoming the best version of ourselves. It's about embracing challenges, seeking out new experiences, and continuously expanding our horizons. This growth-oriented approach to success allows us to find fulfillment in the process rather than just in the outcomes. It encourages us to stay curious, to take risks, and to view every step of the journey as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Ultimately, redefining success is about reclaiming our power to define our own lives. It's about stepping away from the expectations of others and the pressures of society, and instead listening to our own inner voice. It's about creating a life that reflects our true essence, our passions, and our purpose. When we redefine success in this way, we find that it is no longer about what we achieve, but about who we become in the process. It's about living with integrity, with intention, and with a deep sense of connection to ourselves and the world around us. In redefining success, we open ourselves up to a life that is rich in meaning, fulfillment, and joy. We move beyond the superficial markers of success and tap into something much deeper and more enduring, the satisfaction that comes from living a life that is true to who we are, that honors our deepest values, and that allows us to contribute to the greater good. This is the true essence of success, one that is not dependent on external circumstances, but that is rooted in our inner sense of purpose and fulfillment.
Faith plays a central role in the process of transformation, serving as both a foundation and a guiding force as we navigate the journey of change. Faith in this context is not limited to religious belief. It is a deep, abiding trust in something greater than ourselves, a belief in the possibility of change, in the potential for growth, and in the unfolding of our lives in a purposeful and meaningful way. It is this faith that gives us the courage to step into the unknown, to embrace change, and to believe that transformation is not only possible but inevitable when we commit to it with our whole heart. At its core, faith is about trust in ourselves, in the process of life, and in the unseen forces that guide us. When we embark on a journey of transformation, we are often stepping away from the familiar, leaving behind the known for something uncertain. This can be a daunting experience, filled with doubts, fears, and insecurities, but it is faith that allows us to move forward despite these uncertainties. It is faith that assures us that even though we may not see the entire path ahead, each step we take is bringing us closer to our true potential, to the person we are meant to become. Faith in transformation is also about believing in the power of change itself. It is about recognizing that no matter where we start, no matter what our past has been, we have the capacity to evolve, to grow, and to become more aligned with our true selves. This belief in our ability to change is crucial because transformation often requires us to challenge deeply ingrained habits, beliefs, and patterns. Without faith in our ability to change, we may find ourselves stuck, unable to break free from the limitations of our past. But with faith, we open ourselves up to the infinite possibilities of who we can become. Faith also provides us with the resilience needed to endure the challenges that come with transformation. Change is rarely easy. It often involves discomfort, uncertainty, and the willingness to confront parts of ourselves that we may have ignored or denied. There will be moments when we may question whether the effort is worth it, whether we are capable of making the changes we desire. In these moments, faith acts as an anchor, grounding us in the belief that transformation is a process, that setbacks are temporary, and that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Faith reminds us that the journey may be difficult, but the destination is worth it. Furthermore, faith in transformation involves a surrender to the process. It is an acknowledgement that while we can and should take action towards our goals, there are elements of the transformation process that are beyond our control. This is where faith in a higher power or in the wisdom of the universe comes into play. It is about trusting that there is a greater plan at work, that the challenges we face are not obstacles but stepping stones leading us to where we need to be. This surrender is not about passivity, but about letting go of the need to control every outcome and instead trusting in the flow of life. It is about believing that the process of transformation will unfold as it should in its own time and that we are being guided towards our highest good. Faith also inspires action. It is not a passive state of belief, but an active force that compels us to move forward, to take the steps necessary for our transformation. When we have faith, we are motivated to make the changes we seek, even when the path is unclear or the outcome uncertain. Faith gives us the confidence to take risks, to step out of our comfort zones, and to pursue our goals with determination and perseverance. It is this combination of faith and action that creates the momentum needed for transformation. In the process of transformation, faith also teaches us patience. Change does not happen overnight. It is a gradual process that unfolds over time. There will be moments of rapid progress and moments of seeming stagnation. Faith helps us to remain patient and persistent, trusting that even when it seems like nothing is happening, the seeds of change are being planted and will eventually bear fruit. It encourages us to stay committed to the process, to continue taking steps forward, even when the results are not immediately visible. Moreover, faith in transformation is deeply connected to hope. It is the belief that our future can be better than our present, that we have the power to create a life that is more aligned with our true desires and values. This hope is a powerful motivator, inspiring us to keep going even when the journey is difficult. It gives us a vision of what is possible and reminds us that transformation is not just about changing our external circumstances, but about evolving into the person we are meant to be. Faith also plays a crucial role in helping us to overcome fear. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles to transformation, as it often keeps us stuck in our comfort zones, afraid to take the risks necessary for change. But when we have faith, we are able to confront our fears and move past them. Faith gives us the courage to face the unknown, to trust that even if we stumble or fall, we will be supported and guided along the way. It reminds us that fear is a natural part of the transformation process, but it does not have to hold us back. Finally, faith in transformation connects us to something greater than ourselves. It is about recognizing that our personal growth and evolution are part of a larger, more universal process. This connection to the greater whole gives our transformation a sense of purpose and meaning. It reminds us that our journey is not just about personal gain, but about contributing to the greater good, about becoming the best version of ourselves so that we can make a positive impact on the world around us. In essence, faith is the driving force behind transformation. It is what allows us to believe in the possibility of change, to trust in the process, and to take the necessary steps towards becoming who we are meant to be. It provides us with the strength, resilience, and courage to navigate the challenges of transformation and to emerge on the other side, transformed and empowered. Without faith, transformation is impossible. With it, we are capable of achieving anything we set our hearts and minds to. Purpose-driven change is a powerful catalyst for transformation, offering a sense of direction and meaning that guides us through the complexities of life. When we embark on a journey of change with a clear and compelling purpose, we are not merely reacting to external circumstances or societal pressures. We are aligning our actions with our deepest values and aspirations. This alignment infuses our efforts with a sense of significance and motivation that sustains us even through the most challenging phases of our transformation. At its core, purpose-driven change is about understanding why we want to change in the first place. It requires us to look beyond superficial goals and desires, to dig deeper into the underlying reasons that drive our need for change. This process of self-reflection is crucial because it helps us to identify what truly matters to us, what we are passionate about, what we are committed to, and what we want our lives to stand for. When we are clear about our purpose, our actions are no longer random or haphazard. They are intentional and focused, guided by a vision of the life we want to create. Having a clear purpose not only gives us direction, but also serves as a powerful motivator. When the going gets tough, as it inevitably will in any process of change, it is our sense of purpose that keeps us moving forward. It reminds us why we started the journey in the first place and what we stand to gain by persevering. This intrinsic motivation is far more enduring than external rewards or recognition. It taps into a deeper well of energy and resilience, allowing us to overcome obstacles and setbacks with greater determination and resolve. Purpose-driven change also fosters a sense of coherence and alignment in our lives. When our actions are guided by a clear purpose, there is a harmony between our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. We are not pulled in different directions by conflicting desires or external demands. Instead, we are centered, grounded in our purpose, and able to navigate life's challenges with clarity and focus. This sense of alignment brings a profound sense of peace and fulfillment, as we are living in accordance with our true selves and not merely going through the motions of life. Moreover, purpose-driven change is inherently sustainable. When we are motivated by a deep sense of purpose, the changes we make are more likely to be lasting because they are rooted in our core values and beliefs. We are not simply chasing after fleeting goals or trying to meet external expectations. We are creating change that is meaningful and deeply connected to who we are. This kind of change is not easily undone, as it is supported by our inner convictions and the sense of fulfillment that comes from living a purpose-driven life. Another important aspect of purpose-driven change is that it empowers us to make a positive impact on the world around us. When our purpose is aligned with a vision that goes beyond our personal needs and desires, we are inspired to contribute to something greater than ourselves. This could be in the form of service to others, creating positive social change, or making a meaningful contribution to our communities. Purpose-driven change thus becomes a force for good, not only transforming our own lives, but also positively influencing the lives of others. In addition, purpose-driven change fosters resilience. The journey of transformation is often fraught with difficulties, uncertainties, and setbacks. Without a strong sense of purpose, it is easy to become discouraged or to lose sight of our goals when faced with these challenges. However, when we are driven by a clear and compelling purpose, we are better equipped to navigate these challenges. Purpose gives us the strength to keep going, even when the path is difficult, because we know that the destination is worth the effort. It helps us to see obstacles not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities for growth and learning. Purpose-driven change also brings clarity to our decision-making process. When we are clear about our purpose, we have a reliable compass that guides us in making choices that are aligned with our long-term goals and values. This clarity simplifies the decision-making process, reducing the stress and confusion that can come from trying to balance competing demands or desires. It allows us to prioritize our actions, to focus on what truly matters, and to let go of what does not serve our purpose. This focused approach leads to greater efficiency and effectiveness in achieving our goals. Furthermore, purpose-driven change fosters a sense of empowerment. When we are connected to our purpose, we feel a greater sense of agency and control over our lives. We are not simply reacting to external events or circumstances, we are actively shaping our lives in alignment with our values and vision. This sense of empowerment is incredibly liberating as it shifts us from a victim mentality to a creator mindset. We begin to see ourselves as active participants in our own lives, capable of creating the change we seek and of living in a way that is true to who we are. Finally, purpose-driven change is deeply fulfilling. When our actions are aligned with our purpose, we experience a profound sense of satisfaction and contentment. We are not simply chasing after external markers of success, we are living in a way that is meaningful and true to our values. This fulfillment is not dependent on external circumstances, it comes from within, from the knowledge that we are living in alignment with our highest aspirations and contributing to something greater than ourselves. In essence, purpose-driven change is the foundation of a truly transformative life. It provides the direction, motivation, and resilience needed to navigate the challenges of transformation and to create lasting, meaningful change. It aligns our actions with our deepest values and aspirations, empowering us to live a life of purpose, fulfillment, and impact. When we are guided by a clear and compelling purpose, we are not just changing for the sake of change, we are transforming our lives in a way that is deeply aligned with who we are and what we are here to do. This is the essence of purpose-driven change, the key to living a life of true meaning, fulfillment, and impact. Facing resistance with courage is an essential part of the transformative journey. Resistance is a natural response to change. It arises when we step outside of our comfort zones, challenge the status quo, or confront deeply ingrained beliefs and habits. It is the voice of fear, doubt, and insecurity that tells us to stay where we are, to avoid the discomfort of growth, and to cling to the familiar. However, it is in these moments of resistance that courage becomes most vital. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward despite it, to face resistance head-on, and to continue on the path of transformation. Resistance often manifests in various forms: internal doubts, external obstacles, or the opinions and judgments of others. Internally, we may experience resistance as self-doubt, a lack of confidence in our ability to change, or fear of the unknown. These internal voices can be powerful, convincing us that we are not capable of making the changes we desire, that the risks are too great, or that failure is inevitable. This internal resistance can paralyze us, keeping us stuck in old patterns and preventing us from taking the necessary steps toward growth. Externally, resistance can come from the environment around us, situations, circumstances, or people who are invested in keeping things as they are. This could be in the form of criticism, discouragement, or outright opposition from others who may feel threatened by the changes we are making. Sometimes the systems and structures we are part of resist change, making it difficult to implement new ideas or behaviors. This external resistance can be challenging to navigate, as it often requires us to stand firm in our convictions, even when it feels like the world is pushing back against us. In both cases, courage is the key to overcoming resistance. Courage allows us to confront our fears and doubts, to acknowledge them without letting them dictate our actions. It gives us the strength to take risks, to venture into the unknown, and to trust in our ability to navigate whatever challenges may arise. Courage is what enables us to persevere, even when the path is difficult or the outcome uncertain. It is the inner fire that keeps us moving forward, despite the resistance we encounter. Courage is also essential in dealing with external resistance. When faced with criticism or opposition, it can be tempting to retreat, to abandon our goals in order to avoid conflict or discomfort. But true courage involves standing firm in our convictions, even when others do not support or understand our decisions. It means being willing to go against the grain, to challenge the status quo, and to pursue our path even when it is not the popular or easy choice. Courage in the face of external resistance is about staying true to ourselves and our vision, regardless of the obstacles or opposition we encounter. One of the most important aspects of facing resistance with courage is understanding that resistance is not a sign of failure or a reason to give up. On the contrary, resistance is often an indicator that we are on the right path, that we are pushing the boundaries of our comfort zones and challenging ourselves to grow. It is a natural part of the process of transformation, and it is something that we must learn to embrace rather than avoid. By facing resistance with courage, we develop resilience, the ability to endure challenges and setbacks without losing sight of our goals. Courage also helps us to maintain perspective in the face of resistance. When we encounter obstacles or opposition, it is easy to become discouraged, to see the resistance as an insurmountable barrier. However, courage allows us to see these challenges for what they are: temporary difficulties that can be overcome with persistence and determination. It enables us to keep our eyes on the bigger picture, to remember why we embarked on this journey of transformation in the first place, and to stay committed to our goals despite the challenges we face. Moreover, courage in the face of resistance often leads to growth and self-discovery. When we push through resistance, we learn more about ourselves, our strengths, our values, and our capacity for resilience. We discover that we are stronger and more capable than we may have realized, and that we have the ability to overcome challenges that once seemed daunting. This process of confronting and overcoming resistance builds confidence, empowering us to take on even greater challenges in the future. Each time we face resistance with courage, we expand our capacity for growth and deepen our understanding of what we are capable of achieving. Facing resistance with courage also inspires others. When we demonstrate the courage to pursue our goals and make positive changes in our lives, we become a beacon of hope and inspiration for those around us. Our courage can encourage others to confront their own fears and resistance, to take risks, and to pursue their own paths of transformation. In this way, our courage has a ripple effect, creating a positive impact not only in our own lives but also in the lives of others. Finally, facing resistance with courage is about embracing the journey of transformation as a whole. Transformation is not a linear process. It is often messy, unpredictable, and filled with challenges. Resistance is an inherent part of this journey, but it is also an opportunity for growth. By facing resistance with courage, we learn to navigate the ups and downs of the transformative process with grace and resilience. We become more adaptable, more open to change, and more willing to embrace the unknown. In the end, it is our courage in the face of resistance that enables us to emerge from the transformative process stronger, wiser, and more aligned with our true selves. Unconditional change, by its very nature, affects every aspect of our lives, including our relationships. As we embark on a journey of profound personal transformation, the dynamics of our relationships inevitably shift, reflecting the new realities of who we are becoming. Change does not occur in isolation. It reverberates through our connections with others, influencing how we interact, communicate, and relate to the people in our lives. The impact of unconditional change on relationships can be both challenging and rewarding, as it invites us to re-examine our connections and redefine them in ways that align with our evolving selves. One of the most significant ways in which unconditional change impacts relationships is by altering the patterns of interaction that have been established over time. Relationships are often built on a set of unspoken agreements, expectations, and behaviors that maintain a certain balance or status quo. When one person undergoes significant change, these patterns are disrupted, leading to a period of adjustment for both parties. This disruption can be unsettling, as it challenges the familiar ways of relating and requires a renegotiation of roles, responsibilities, and expectations within the relationship. As we change, we may find that the dynamics of our relationships shift in ways that reflect our new perspectives, values, and priorities. For example, if we undergo a transformation that leads us to prioritize personal growth, we may find that we are no longer willing to engage in behaviors or interactions that do not support our well-being or align with our values. This can lead to tensions or conflicts in relationships where the other person may feel threatened or uncomfortable with the changes we are making. However, it can also lead to deeper, more authentic connections as we become more true to ourselves and communicate our needs and boundaries more clearly. Unconditional change can also reveal the true nature of our relationships. As we grow and evolve, we may discover that some relationships are based on old patterns that no longer serve us. We may realize that certain connections were built on dependency, control, or mutual reinforcement of limiting beliefs and behaviors. When we change unconditionally, we are no longer willing to play these roles, and this can lead to a natural distancing or even the end of certain relationships. While this can be painful, it is also a necessary part of the transformative process, as it allows us to release relationships that are no longer aligned with our true selves and create space for new, healthier connections. On the other hand, unconditional change can also strengthen and deepen relationships that are built on mutual respect, support, and a shared commitment to growth. When both individuals in a relationship are open to change and willing to grow together, the relationship can become a powerful source of support and inspiration. In such relationships, change is seen as an opportunity for mutual learning and evolution rather than a threat. The willingness to embrace change together can lead to greater intimacy, trust, and understanding as both individuals support each other in becoming the best versions of themselves. Moreover, unconditional change can inspire others in our lives to embark on their own journeys of transformation. When we model the courage and commitment to change, we often give others permission to do the same. Our willingness to embrace change unconditionally can serve as a powerful example, showing others that transformation is possible and that it is worth the effort. In this way, our personal growth can have a ripple effect, positively influencing the people around us and encouraging them to pursue their own paths of growth and self-discovery. However, it is important to recognize that not everyone will be ready or willing to change alongside us. Some people may resist our transformation because it challenges their own comfort zones or threatens the dynamics of the relationship. They may feel uncomfortable with the new versions of ourselves, preferring the familiarity of who we used to be. This resistance can manifest in various ways, from subtle undermining to outright opposition, and it can create significant challenges in maintaining the relationship. In such cases, it is crucial to approach these situations with compassion and understanding, recognizing that everyone has their own journey and their own pace of change. It may also require difficult decisions about whether and how to continue the relationship in a way that honors both our own growth and the needs of the other person. Unconditional change also brings with it the need for clear and open communication. As we evolve, it is important to communicate our changes, needs, and boundaries to the people in our lives. This communication is essential for maintaining healthy relationships during times of change. It helps to prevent misunderstandings, manage expectations, and ensure that both parties are on the same page. Open communication also fosters a sense of trust and safety, allowing both individuals to express their thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment or rejection. In some cases, unconditional change may lead to a redefinition of the relationship itself. For example, a relationship that was once based on a certain set of shared activities, beliefs, or goals may need to evolve to reflect the new realities of who both individuals are becoming. This could mean redefining the terms of the relationship, finding new ways to connect, or even shifting the relationship from one form to another. While this process can be challenging, it is also an opportunity to create relationships that are more authentic, fulfilling, and aligned with our true selves. Ultimately, the impact of unconditional change on relationships is a reflection of the broader transformative process. Just as change requires us to let go of old habits, beliefs, and patterns that no longer serve us, it also requires us to reevaluate and in some cases let go of relationships that are not in alignment with our new selves. This process can be difficult, but it is also deeply liberating as it allows us to create relationships that support and nurture our growth. In the end, the impact of unconditional change on relationships is a testament to the interconnectedness of our lives. Our personal transformation is not just about us, it is about the people we love, the communities we are part of, and the world we inhabit. As we change, we have the opportunity to influence and uplift those around us, creating a ripple effect of growth, healing, and transformation that extends far beyond our individual lives. This is the true power of unconditional change. Not only does it transform us, but it also transforms our relationships and ultimately the world we live in. The ripple effect of personal transformation is a powerful phenomenon that extends far beyond the individual undergoing change. When one person embarks on a journey of transformation, the impact of their growth and evolution inevitably spreads, influencing their environment, relationships, and even the broader community. This effect is often subtle, yet profound, as the changes within an individual create waves of influence that touch the lives of others in ways that can be transformative as well. Personal transformation begins within, as we challenge and change our thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors. As we grow and evolve, our energy shifts and we begin to interact with the world differently. This shift in energy is often noticeable to those around us, even if they cannot pinpoint exactly what has changed. They may sense a newfound confidence, clarity, or peace in our demeanor, or notice that we are making different choices, setting new boundaries, or approaching life with a renewed sense of purpose. These changes, though personal, do not occur in isolation. They naturally extend outward, affecting how we engage with others and how others engage with us. One of the most immediate ripple effects of personal transformation is seen in our relationships. As we change, the dynamics of our relationships often shift to reflect our new state of being. We may find that we are more patient, compassionate, or understanding in our interactions, which can lead to a deepening of our connections with others. Our transformation can inspire those around us to reflect on their own lives and consider their own areas for growth. When people see someone they know and care about making positive changes, it can serve as a powerful example, motivating them to make changes in their own lives. The ripple effect extends beyond our personal relationships to our larger communities. As we embody the changes we have made, we naturally begin to influence the environments we are part of, whether it's our workplace, social circles, or community organizations. Our new perspectives, ideas, and approaches can bring fresh energy and innovation to these spaces, encouraging others to think differently and consider new possibilities. This can lead to a culture of growth and transformation within these groups, as others are inspired to embrace change and take action towards their own development. Moreover, the ripple effect of personal transformation can also manifest in the way we contribute to the world. As we grow and evolve, we often feel a stronger desire to give back, to use our experiences and insights to make a positive impact on others. This could take the form of mentorship, volunteering, or simply being a source of support and encouragement for those going through their own struggles. The impact of these contributions can be far-reaching, touching the lives of many people we may never even meet. In addition, personal transformation can influence societal change. When enough individuals undergo meaningful transformation, the collective impact can lead to shifts in cultural norms, values, and practices. For example, when more people embrace mindfulness, compassion, or sustainable living, these values can become more widespread, influencing how communities and societies operate. In this way, personal transformation contributes to the creation of a more conscious, compassionate, and connected world. The ripple effect of personal transformation is also evident in the way it can create a legacy. The changes we make in our lives often have a lasting impact, not only on those around us, but also on future generations. When we break free from limiting beliefs, heal old wounds, or overcome challenges, we set a new standard for what is possible. Our transformation can serve as a guiding light for those who come after us, showing them that change is possible and that they too can create the lives they desire. This legacy of transformation can be one of the most meaningful contributions we make to the world. Furthermore, the ripple effect of personal transformation is not just about influencing others, it also reinforces our own growth. As we see the positive impact our transformation has on others, it reinforces our commitment to continue on our path of growth and development. It reminds us that our efforts are not in vain and that the changes we make in our own lives have value not only for ourselves but also for the broader world. This awareness can deepen our sense of purpose and motivate us to keep pushing forward, even when the journey is difficult. The ripple effect also underscores the interconnectedness of all life. It reminds us that we are not isolated beings, but part of a larger web of relationships and connections. Our personal growth is not just about us, it is about how we fit into and contribute to the greater whole. This understanding can inspire us to approach our transformation with a sense of responsibility, knowing that our actions have the power to influence and uplift others. In essence, the ripple effect of personal transformation is a testament to the profound impact that individual growth can have on the world. When we commit to our own transformation, we are not just changing our own lives, we are creating waves of positive influence that can touch the lives of countless others. This ripple effect is a powerful reminder of the importance of personal growth and the potential we each have to contribute to the collective well-being of humanity. Through our own transformation, we can help create a world that is more compassionate, more conscious and more connected, one ripple at a time. Embracing lifelong transformation involves a commitment to continuous personal growth and evolution throughout our lives. This perspective recognizes that change is not a finite process, but a dynamic and ongoing journey. It is an acknowledgement that our personal development does not end with a single achievement or milestone, but continues to unfold as we move through different stages of life. This mindset encourages us to view transformation not as a destination, but as an integral part of our existence. Lifelong transformation requires us to cultivate a mindset of openness and curiosity. It means approaching life with a willingness to explore new ideas, experiences, and perspectives, even when we feel comfortable or established in our current state. This openness allows us to continuously learn and adapt, embracing new opportunities for growth as they arise. It involves a readiness to question our assumptions, challenge our beliefs, and step outside of our comfort zones, knowing that these actions will lead to greater self-awareness and development. One of the core aspects of embracing lifelong transformation is recognizing that growth is often accompanied by discomfort. As we pursue personal growth, we inevitably encounter challenges, setbacks, and uncertainties. These experiences, while difficult, are essential for our development. They push us to confront our fears, build resilience, and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves. Embracing lifelong transformation means accepting that discomfort is a natural part of the growth process and approaching it with a mindset of curiosity and perseverance rather than avoidance. Lifelong transformation also involves a commitment to self-reflection and self-awareness. It requires us to regularly assess our goals, values, and experiences and to make adjustments as needed. Self-reflection helps us to stay aligned with our true selves and ensures that our growth is purposeful and meaningful. It involves taking time to understand our motivations, examine our progress, and recognize areas where we may need to make changes or improvements. This ongoing process of reflection helps us to remain grounded and focused as we navigate the complexities of our transformative journey. Another important aspect of embracing lifelong transformation is fostering a growth-oriented mindset. This mindset is characterized by a belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. It encourages us to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as threats to our self-worth. By adopting a growth-oriented mindset, we become more resilient in the face of obstacles and more open to exploring new possibilities. This mindset also helps us to celebrate our successes and learn from our failures, seeing each experience as a valuable part of our ongoing development. Embracing lifelong transformation also means recognizing the interconnectedness of different aspects of our lives. Personal growth is not limited to isolated areas, but encompasses all dimensions of our being: emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual. This holistic approach ensures that our transformation is balanced and integrated, leading to a more harmonious and fulfilling life. It involves nurturing all aspects of ourselves and seeking growth opportunities that address our entire being rather than focusing solely on one area. Furthermore, lifelong transformation involves staying connected to our sense of purpose and values. As we evolve, it is crucial to remain aligned with what truly matters to us and to ensure that our growth is in service of our higher goals and aspirations. This alignment helps us to maintain motivation and direction, even when faced with challenges or changes. It also ensures that our transformation is meaningful and contributes to our overall sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. The commitment to lifelong transformation also requires us to build and maintain supportive relationships. Surrounding ourselves with people who encourage and inspire us can significantly impact our growth journey. These relationships provide us with valuable feedback, support, and perspective, helping us to navigate our transformation more effectively. Building a network of supportive individuals who share our commitment to growth can enhance our ability to embrace change and sustain our development over time. In addition, embracing lifelong transformation involves a willingness to adapt and evolve in response to changing circumstances. Life is dynamic and unpredictable, and our ability to adapt to new situations, challenges, and opportunities is essential for ongoing growth. This adaptability requires us to remain flexible and open to change, recognizing that our goals and priorities may shift as we progress through different stages of life. By embracing this adaptability, we ensure that our transformation remains relevant and responsive to our evolving needs and aspirations. Ultimately, embracing lifelong transformation is about viewing personal development as an ongoing journey rather than a series of discrete events. It is about committing to continuous growth, learning, and evolution throughout our lives. This approach fosters a deeper sense of fulfillment, resilience, and purpose as we remain engaged in the process of becoming our best selves. By embracing lifelong transformation, we open ourselves to a life of constant exploration, growth, and renewal, creating a more meaningful and enriched existence.